So I don't really know how to start this off, and I'm going to be brutally honest to start off too. If you're looking for someone that's going to be just hype and just excited and over the moon of what's going on, you may want to turn this off because it is about 4:15 in the morning, and I have a very polar opposite feeling of what other people are experiencing. So we started off the night. We knew that Drake was going to be dropping a diss song. I know that he told Kai Cenat to keep streaming, and it is Family Matters that dropped. And the two main focal points, major allegations, and we have to really put emphasis on the allegations part. That Kendrick beats his wife, or hit his wife, and Dave Free is the father of one of their children. I do know that with the abuse allegations that apparently had happened in Las Vegas around 2014, there is no video evidence showing that this happened, but there is, I think it's a Breakfast Club interview with Kendrick actually talking about the situation itself. But again, these are very heavy allegations. And there is a lot more disses in the song there as well. It is pretty much a push-up to the sequel, where you do get disses at Rick Ross, you get disses at The Weeknd, you get disses at A$AP Rocky, but those two are the most upfront disses that are on this record. And they are brutal on their own. But not even an hour later, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams. And out of all of my listening, and I've listened to diss records for a little while now. Of course, we all remember the story of Adidon and how eye-opening that was at the time. This is the most brutal, sinister, and diabolical diss track I have ever heard in my entire life. It is absolutely disgusting to sit through. The way that it's conceptualized, where Kendrick is talking to Adonis, Drake's mom and dad, and Drake himself, to make allegations of having a daughter, or a daughter that is not publicly known, to be a pervert, to engage in some weird sexual stuff. This is... I'm going to be honest, I really don't feel great about it. And I remember the video I made a couple of videos ago where I think a lot of people expect beef now in rap to be the parts and the nuggets that really are stuff that no one knows about. It's not about lyrical skill. It's not about lyrical prowess. It's not about your discography. It's not about your artistry anymore. It's all about who is the sickest person out of the beef. And a story of Adidon was a brutal diss, and it was a pretty good diss, but I think it did set the precedent of what people think beef is. And now it is just mudslinging to the point of who is the worst person. It is not about rap anymore. Let's be honest. This isn't about rap. This isn't about music. This is basically just seeing which person is the worst out of the two. And also, not to mention the Alchemist beat and the way that Kendrick is portraying and sounding on this song. I have never felt this way about a song in a long time, but I feel reviled. I felt disgusted. I felt gross. I felt really just dirty listening to it. It feels like, to me, like a snuff film where it's something that I shouldn't be hearing or I shouldn't be watching. And you can call me soft all you want. You can call me just not understanding how beef works, but I don't want to hear this. Because I'm going to be brutally honest, I am not going to be listening to Meet the Grams in a couple days from now. Why am I going to put myself through that torture to listen to such damning allegations and basically just destroying a person's character? Which, I mean, of course, that's kind of fine in itself, but to make allegations from both sides is just such it just really makes me feel sick to my stomach, I'm gonna be honest. And then it all plays into all the behind the scenes stuff that's happening. Like, for example, that maybe Drake planted the person that's in his camp to give the information that was incorrect. So that way, the information that Kendrick's got is just completely wrong. That would make Meet the Grams sound even worse. There is so much that has happened. And I'm honestly still reeling about it. And I don't really have a lot of coherent thoughts at the moment. I don't have a lot of... I'm not really going to be pinpointing and talking about lines in particular that stick out or just really stuck with me. I'm just going to be brutally honest. And if this video gets like 5 views, who cares? But I am in the position where this just isn't beef anymore. It's not beef. Again, like I said, it's not about the music anymore. It's literally just gonna drag people through the mud and see who comes out alive on the other side. And now it's gotten to the point too where, is there really a winner in this anymore? Like, even if you get evidence from either side, either one side is right, one side is wrong, Kendrick has the right information, Drake has the right information, both don't have the right information, or both do have the right information, who wins? I don't think anybody does. And this kind of, for me, how does Kendrick go back to an album state to make these conceptual records, to be a voice of reason, to be a voice of, I don't know, just be kind of a voice of maturity and a voice of kind of, I don't know what I'm saying, I guess. But it feels weird that we have gone from, we've reached the depths of hell. So from Kendrick to come back from that and to make music like he normally did, I think that's a little bit hard for me to believe. And it's honestly same for Drake too. But Drake has a little bit of the caveat where he's had all of this stuff rumored about him before. We've kind of known that Drake has been a little bit of a player. He has been a little bit of a womanizer. So this stuff isn't really all that new. So out of the two, I guess, Drake has kind of had these allegations levied at him before. But I think still, out of this beef, I don't think really at this point, I don't think anyone's winning. I think that we can't go farther from this. If we go farther from this, that it is just going to be some really, really deep and dark things that are going to keep going on. And I've never seen a rap beef. I've never seen any kind of artist dispute go to this point where I felt this gross about it. I literally have no words. Like, wow. Like, this is so just... I just have this really bad feeling in my heart. And maybe that's just me. This video is as raw as it gets. This video is the most raw you're ever going to see me, but man, I just don't feel good about this anymore. It's not about competition. It's not about artistry. It's just, I feel like gross. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Again, if this video gets like 2 views and people see me as taking this too seriously, or taking as like me like seeing it not as rap anymore, or anything like that, I really don't care. This is just how I feel. So I hope you get some sleep, and I may make some more content on this if more evidence comes around. But honestly, if I do, it may just be in passing. I'm not really going to make crazy elaborate videos on this anymore. It's not really about chasing clicks for me anyways. It's not about me chasing for views and subscribers. This video has always been a hobby channel for me, and I honestly really don't like talking about allegations of like sexual assault and domestic abuse. That is not my thing, and I'm not going to do it, even if there is evidence to prove either side is right or wrong. Don't expect that from me going forward. And now my cat is going to come for me from this video. So I appreciate you watching, and if you watched your whole way through, I appreciate that you gave me the time to talk about my perspective. So have a good night, and I do have my albums of the month coming very soon. So have a good night, and stay blessed.